Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with Rooted in the Rock, and I've got something dropping from the project branch right now. Hey everyone, welcome to Rooted in the Rock. I'm so glad you're here. Today is a little odd. I'm in my car. Okay, and this is really weird for me too because I'm in the middle of a busy parking lot. I have a kiddo who is in an audition, and so I'm just utilizing this time because I have dropped videos every Friday since I started this thing, like end of December. And this week, I don't know. I was dragging my feet. I wasn't feeling anything. I have a whole notebook full of ideas. Okay. I have a ton, but I just wasn't feeling anything. It just wasn't right. And then yesterday I did film one kind of in a rush, but it was not a good time to film. I had just found out that an old choir friend had passed away. Don't film videos when you just find out awful news, okay? Just don't do it. It's not good. It's not going to turn out well. I got done and I was like, that was garbage. Like, it was probably okay. I'll go back and look at it and see if I can use it, but if I can salvage it, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you about a project. Last night we had our crafting group at church. I've talked about it before. Our crafting group at church met to make a project to send with. The church is going to do a baby shower type thing for a pregnancy center, that a ministry that we work with. And so we wanted to make a gift for new mothers. And I have found this project online. I'll put the website in the description, okay? In Between the Laundry. That's the name of this website I found this on. Is called In Between the Laundry. And it's actually a post from 2010, so it's not new, but it's super fantastic. I love this. Okay. I'll put it in the description for everybody, and there are pictures. I'll try to screenshot it so I can show you what I'm talking about. But anyway, there's this website I found. I did a search, and I actually linked to it from another website that was listing a bunch of easy projects. I wanted to find a project that was easy enough where the people who sew could come, but people who don't know how to sew could also come and help. So this was a really great project for all levels, okay? And what it is, it's these baby snugglers, okay? These are really great. On the website, the lady tells her story of someone gave her one. It was originally a sock filled with rice, and you put it in the microwave for a minute, and you lay it next to the baby in the crib, and that way when you put them down, they're not like, cold, and screaming and freaking out. It kind of feels like an arm, like they're still being held, and it really, really helps. So she made one out of flannel, and so what you do, it's very, very simple. What you do is you get fabric. Flannel fabric is what I used because that's what she said she used. She actually used an old flannel blanket, but this works too. I got some really super cute flannel fabric I got it from Joann. It was on sale at Hobby Lobby and Joann, but I had an extra coupon at Joann, so that really helped because I was buying a lot of it. But look, goats. Look at these cute little goats. Anyway, this is just one piece that we've already cut. So we followed her directions from this website. So it is you cut strips of fabric that are 12 inches by 36 inches. Now, when you buy fabric, you buy it by the yard, and a yard is 36 inches or 3 feet. So that's practically perfect in every way, like Mary Poppins. 36 inches is 1 yard. So it's 12 inches by 36 inches. And what you do, so you have your strip, and then what you do is you fold it in half. You fold it tells you to sew the right sides together. So, right side out, or right side in, basically. Sorry, right side in. So you fold it so that the right side is on the inside. And what you do is you sew this end, and then you sew the long end, but you leave this end open. And then after you sew those edges, you turn it right side out, okay? And you fill it with rice, but don't fill it all the way. And I've got one that's done, and I'll show you. And then you sew the end shut. And then there you go. That's it. That's all you have to do. So if you have people in your church or in your group or whatever that sew, you can, like 2 of us brought our sewing machines. The 2 of us that were there. Long story. Anyway, so you can have a couple do not do this by hand. It will take forever because 36 inches is a really long way to hand sew. And you want to be able to make more than one. So anyway, so have a couple people bring their sewing machine, or even one person bring their sewing machine. You can have other people that just measure and cut fabric. That can be a fun challenge. That took us a minute to figure out exactly how to divide it up and how to do it. And then you could have other people that fill the snugglers with rice and then bring it back to the sewing machine people to sew up the end. So this is what it ends up looking like. It's actually really long. When I first saw it, I was like, that's too long. That is crazy. But she's like, the other person that was there, she sews. She like really sews. And she was like, no, I think that's great. So, and when you look at the pictures, I mean, we used the measurements, the exact measurements from the website. And when you look at the picture, it doesn't look that long. When you think about it, okay, 36 inches. Okay, a baby is, a lot of times when they're born, they're like 20. I want to say one of mine was like 21 inches long. 18 to 20 inches long. I don't know. But 36, that gives them a little room to grow. Because you want this is not just a newborn thing. You want it, they grow really long, really fast. Seriously. So you really want it to, not just tiny for newborns, but you want it long enough for older babies too. And so anyway, so it ends up like this. Now you don't see how long this is. Like the camera can't even, I've got the camera close enough. I can't even, it ends up like this. Now when you fill it up, okay, so if you pick it up like this and all the rice goes to one end, okay, it's a super stiff tube. Okay, you don't want it, do not overfill it, okay? You don't want it super, super full because then you can't bend it, you can't shape it, okay? So we filled them with about this much left at the end so that you can spread the rice out, because these, you're supposed to put it in the microwave. You can't put, no microwave is 36 inches wide, right? So you want it, you want it enough to where you can bend it and shape it. So we made sure to do enough, because to put it in the microwave, you're going to, this is unwieldy. Okay, to put it in the microwave, you're going to be folding it in half to, set in the microwave. Okay, and oh, this is so snuggly. It really is. I'm like feeling it, and I'm like, ooh, I just want to like rub on this. Okay, anyway, little threads everywhere. Okay, anyway, so and then on the end, you want to make sure, we went over it twice because we wanted to make sure we're not going to have stuff coming out. Okay, and that's the, always keep an eye on these things. Just, you don't want kids sticking rice up their nose or in their ears or anything like that, or choking. So we tried to make sure, like, we sewed the end shut double. We did it twice just to make sure it was super good and sealed. Okay, so on the end, what we did is we folded it down inside, and then, so you're really getting actually 4 layers of fabric right here that you got to sew through, but it worked. We're good. So anyway, it ends up pretty heavy. Now on the website, she says that she had a 5-pound bag of rice and she used nearly all of it to fill it. So I need to weigh one of these that we filled and see how much rice we actually ended up using, because we had these giant bags from Costco that we got. And we also had some donated, which were amazing. They're 50-pound bags. They're huge. But we wanted to make as many as possible. So we didn't finish. We had 2 hours last night. We didn't finish all of them because not very many of us showed up. But we still did a really good amount. And I'm going to work on them all weekend, trying to finish as many as I can, because the baby shower thing is next week. But anyway, I wanted to share that. It's a really great project. These are super cute. These are super awesome. You can, like I said, like our church, you could get together and make them for like a pregnancy center or some kind of thing like that. These are also great if you just want to make them individually for new mothers in the church, or if you just have like a homeschool group, if there's a mama that's having a new baby, just things like that. This is a really simple project to make if you want to do a group thing or a ministry thing. It is also a really great project for people of all different skill levels. Even people who don't do crafting can scoop rice into fabric bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a really great thing that everybody can pitch in and help with. And it's really helpful to new mothers. I never had anything like this. I certainly would have used it. I had one that was just like this lady's website. I had one that's just like her kid that she describes where, anytime you put them down, they're like, ah! But this would have been great, would have been helpful if I had known about it. But it's a really simple project. And hopefully, don't be afraid to, look for something. If you want to do something, if you want to make something, if you have a crafting ministry, or not even just crafting ministry, a group of ladies that want to get together and do something, just use the Google machine, y'all, or search engine, whatever it is. Just put in the search for simple project or easy no-sew project, or, just put in your search, depending on what you're looking for. You can find simple projects like this all the time. And there's tons and tons and tons of resources out there. So I just wanted to encourage you to get together and make something. Use your talents and gifts that God has given you to bless others. And that's that. Oh, and please don't forget, hit the like button if you liked it, if it was helpful. That lets me know what kind of content I need to make more of that is more helpful for people. So thank you. Okay, I am holding my phone and filming a quick update because I'm like, I cannot let this go. These things are too long. And so I have to wonder, I'm like, this thing is longer than my arm. And no, I think it's too long. I have to wonder if she actually meant 26 inches instead of 36. I think 26 would be much better. And looking at that picture of the Snuggler in the microwave, that looks like one of those smaller, older microwaves that is probably like a foot wide. So, or ish, I don't know. But I'm thinking it's really supposed to be 26 inches, not 36. Okay, so once I measured how much rice we actually put, I was like, these are really heavy. Yeah, they're like 7.5, 8 pounds. And she used almost a 5-pound bag of rice. So I'm like, something is not right here. So I'm convinced it's probably 26 inches. So I'm going to go back and make one 26 inches and measure the weight of the rice before I pour it in and see how it turns out. So watch for that on Instagram. I will post it once I get it done. And I suppose any of the people walking by that see me doing this are probably like, what is that woman doing in her car? What is with all that stuff? This is crazy. And I'm like, is this straight? It is straight. My camera is like, the camera's actually like this, but it's on a gimbal, so it's filming me straight. The screen that I'm looking at is like this. This is so weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. These can get, and there's the steering wheel. I've got my camera on this like bendy tripod, and I gotta take a picture of it. It's like wrapped around the steering wheel. This is crazy because I couldn't put it on the dash because with the camera on top it was too tall. But anyway, this is nuts. We bought giant 25-pound bags of rice from, I just covered up my microphone. Wow. I'm so smart. I have no idea how much of that I was covering the microphone for. I just bumped the steering wheel again. Okay, I'm turning it off now.